Mike White returns to Survivor for its historic 50th season. Yes, you read that right. Hollywood's favorite multi-hyphenate is coming full circle, and reality TV is about to get a serious injection of Emmy-winning chaos. Mike White? Yes, that Mike White, the Emmy-drenched mastermind behind HBO's The White Lotus, screenwriter of School of Rock, and reality TV superfan, is making a thunderous return to the game that helped reboot his creative soul. Survivor. Announced with a knowing grin by longtime Survivor host Jeff Probst on CBS Mornings, White's re-entry into the tribal ring sets the tone for what's being hyped as the most iconic season in the show's two-decade-plus history. In between writing and directing seasons of White Lotus, Mike White is back, Probst teased, like a proud dad watching one of his own return to the island battlefield. And what a battlefield it is. Survivor Season 50. Yes, Season 50. Is shaping up to be a who's who of the franchise's biggest legends, wildest strategists, and most beloved oddballs. White joins a returning cast that already includes Season 1's Jenna Lewis-Dougherty and reality royalty Cirie Fields and Ozzy Lusth, both of whom have competed 5 times already. The stakes are enormous. The nostalgia? Off the charts. And the drama? Practically guaranteed. A return to the wild. For fans of the show and students of pop culture alike, Mike White's return feels both surreal and entirely inevitable. His original stint on Survivor back in 2018 during its 37th season wasn't just a celebrity cameo. It was a strategic masterclass. White lasted all 39 grueling days in the Fijian wilderness, battling weather, hunger, and betrayal, ultimately landing an impressive second-place finish. But White wasn't just there to collect tiki torches. The experience would go on to influence one of the most critically acclaimed shows of the streaming era. In multiple interviews, White has confessed that The White Lotus, his biting, visually decadent anthology series set in luxury resorts, was heavily inspired by the psychological dynamics he observed while on Survivor. Think less sunscreen and more social manipulation. It's like watching raw, unfiltered human behavior, White told The New Yorker in 2021. As a writer of drama, I aspire to do what reality television already does, to create characters that are surprising and dimensional, and do weird stuff that captures your attention. From coconut rice to the red carpet. Let's not forget, before he was the darling of prestige television, Mike White was already a storytelling chameleon. His fingerprints are all over indie classics and offbeat hits. He penned School of Rock, created the underappreciated but brilliant Enlightened, and even popped up on The Amazing Race twice with his dad, Mel White. That was back in 2009 and 2011, when he was still more cult fave than household name. Then came The White Lotus. Conceived during the COVID-19 pandemic and shot in a production bubble, the series became an overnight sensation. The first season swept the 2022 Emmys, with White nabbing wins for both writing and directing in the limited Jet Anthology series categories. By Season 3, which just wrapped this spring with a cast including Parker Posey, Carrie Coon, and Walton Goggins, he was officially a Hollywood heavyweight. Over 6 million people tuned in for the finale. A season stacked with legends. Season 50 is Survivor's Super Bowl. The Avengers-level crossover event the fandom has been waiting for. Bringing Mike White back into the fold isn't just a ratings move. It's poetic. He's not the only returning legend either. Jenna Lewis-Dougherty, one of the franchise's original castaways from its groundbreaking first season in 2000, is making a comeback. Then there's Cirie Fields, a 4-time player hailed as one of the greatest never to win, and Ozzy Lusth, the challenge beast with 5 appearances under his belt. The verdict? Mark your calendars, grab your buffs, and prepare for a cultural moment that feels like it was plucked straight from a prestige TV fever dream. Mike White is going back to Survivor, and this time, he's not just playing for the million, he's playing for the legacy. As White himself once said about reality TV, it already does what I try to do in fiction. Now he's diving back in, literally to prove it. Survivor Season 50 drops in 2026, and if there were ever a time to tune in, this is it. Whether you're a day one fan or just here for the Mike White of it all, get ready. The island just got a whole lot more interesting.